Hey YouTube, long time no see. I'm back, and surprisingly not because I'm going to AAS. Instead, this time I am going to AGU, the American Geophysical Conference. But I figured I might as well still make a video. So as I'm sitting here recording this bit, the conference starts tomorrow, so I have not actually been yet, but I'm excited and really interested to see how it's all going to be different. AAS conferences seem to have around 3,000 people usually. Comfortable size, I'm used to that. Whereas AGU, it seems like, usually has closer to 10,000. Even looking at the conference schedule, I've been so overwhelmed just trying to find something interesting. I feel like I scrolled through the entire conference and it was only just Monday. It's really weird actually going into this conference without having a solid plan of some things that I want to see, but this is part of going for doing some science writing. We'll see if there's anything that kind of sparks potential for a future article. I'm interested to browse through like their poster sessions, wander around through the usual not sponsorship hall, but the vendor hall where all the different vendors are, and talk to some people there. I'm curious to see what all is different at a bigger conference like this. Of course, I do know there will still be astronomy stuff. There's lots of space sciences stuff that I saw in the schedule, so it'll be interesting, and I look forward to sharing with you some highlights at the end of what is going to be a hectic week. So AGU is definitely a big conference. It's spread out though, which on the one hand definitely makes it feel bigger. It's spread throughout a conference center and a hotel. Thankfully connected though, but because of that, all the people feel more spread out, so it didn't have that same crushing sense of people, but oh boy was it big. The poster hall was huge. There were so many posters. I went one afternoon and just was overwhelmed. It's interesting though, what I realized today actually was that because I knew it was a big conference and because it's not my field, I had a lower expectation of how many things I could make it to, which meant I fully didn't make it to a whole lot of things. I think I saw 6 different things. To be fair, I only went a day and a half. Had to do work too. But it was interesting. It was definitely unique going to a conference where it's not my field. There's some astronomy related things that get thrown in there, but I would go to a talk and go, huh, interesting, I understood almost none of that. I'll be curious to see if in a couple weeks I have a different perspective on this, but I can't quite decide if this was worth me going to as a science writer. I for sure have ideas on things that I might want to write about or things that somebody could write about. I'm not great at the newsy stuff. We got a person that does that as her specialty. But a lot of talks at conferences are given with the expectation that you have context. And I don't have a whole lot of that context for geophysics. So it's interesting hearing these things that I can kind of get a broad picture of, but I'm not getting the actual point of the talk. It's the level I get is, huh, that sounds like a cool thing for someone to study. I don't really know what you learned or how you did it. But I also did have a great dinner with some people that work on sonification projects, which is a story I am working on developing, as it's been over a year, but I'm gonna get it. I think I have a better idea now. So it's a delightful dinner, great series of talks that related to that, so that's cool, and I got some new potential contacts for another story idea that I'm slowly developing, and we'll see how all that goes. Regardless, I'm still definitely feeling a bit of that conference here on Thursday. Though I think part of that is also just it's been a busy week. And it's not going to slow down until next Wednesday. Yeah. So maybe by the time this video goes up, who knows? I've rambled too much, I'm making the editing harder for myself. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned in January for a more usual visit to AAS. And I will see you then. Allons-y.